We are live. Let me share this post a little bit tonight. So if you're just joining me, or you're joining on the replay, definitely do hashtag replay. This is a little chat every night. I am doing these as part of my Menofit Bootcamp and as part of its Menopause Awareness Month, the whole of October. I'm hoping I'm going to do them for the whole of October, maybe not the weekend. But just little Q&As, and as I go through the day and do my fitness, I've been getting loads of messages, questions, comments, and then I think, oh, that would be a phenomenal little Q&A. So I'll pop up and talk about that tonight. Something that came up today, and I really liked this, symptoms and solutions, is around menopausal symptoms. I mean, they are immense of how many they are. If you look at the NICE guidelines, I think officially there's 34, but I was reading some research just yesterday from a doctor who was saying, hello Richard, who was talking about there are about 60 different menopausal symptoms, perimenopausal symptoms. 60! That is mind-blowing. 60 different ones. I mean, everything from, hair, thinning hair, skin problems, rosacea, dry skin, eczema, allergies that pop up. Hi, Christina. Joint problems, pelvic floor problems, bowel problems, digestive issues, weight gain, joint pain, have I said joint pain, muscle spasms, cramps. I mean, that's just 10 off the top of my head. There are so many. And I think it was really interesting that I was reading around so many women in their late 30s, early 40s are not tuning in to menopausal information. Why would they? It's not happening to them yet. And if only we could maybe spread the message a little bit that maybe symptoms that you might be experiencing in your early 40s, in your mid 40s. Yeah, are you, Richard? That's interesting. They may be part of your perimenopausal journey, which I think is really interesting. So all the awareness that's happening at the moment, isn't it positive? Hi Eve, it's such positive. And I think if you're a fitness professional and you're interested, I know lots of you are, and doing my Menofit course, please keep spreading the word, talking about it, talking about this in your classes, chatting to your friends, chatting to women of all ages, because not just if you are in the throes of menopause, post, but there's a lot of implications for post-menopause. If you went through the menopause 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and you see me pop up on Facebook, you're thinking, yeah, Rach, I've been there, I've got that t-shirt. There are still health implications at the other end of it, as there are at the other end of it, that end of it, from our perimenopausal ladies who are perhaps in their early 40s and thinking, this is not happening to me yet you are displaying lots of different symptoms, and they could be dripping tap, they could be just sort of little niggles, or they could be full-blown symptoms that are life-changing and personality-changing. So I think all the talk that you're seeing around on social media, I think it's so interesting. And it's really good to get this conversation going. It really, really is. So do keep spreading the gospel, as it were. Good evening, everyone. This is about symptoms and solutions. And I'm here as a health and fitness professional to provide with a little bit of a solution. The research really does point to, looking at your movement, your exercise, moderating your exercise, changing your exercise, not just strength training, but cardiovascular training, flexibility training, mobility work, and gentle exercise as well, like yoga and Pilates, that's very mindful. All of this is really beneficial for women, 100% beneficial. So if you're watching and thinking, gosh, I've not done anything for ages, I need to get going, the good thing is that the fitness industry was really great at saying, okay, everybody, let's go to the gym and do an hour's class or an hour in the gym. And you really don't need to do that. 15 minutes a day is fine. Do something that you can manage, that you can do 100%, that you can do consistently. And even if it is 15 minutes of walking or 15 minutes of stretching, or you might join me here every day for 10 or 15 minutes. I've had loads of messages from people that saying, I'm just getting going and you're motivating me, and I'm more inspired to get active. So activity is huge. Now, I do appreciate that if you are struggling with severe menopausal symptoms, perhaps the last thing you want to do is get fit and active. And I do appreciate that that can be hard sometimes. And you might be experiencing quite crippling anxiety and heart palpitations and depression even, and really low mood, because these are all really common. So it's hard to get motivated when you feel like that, it really is. But again, making your health your priority. So just simple steps. And I know I keep saying this every single night. It's the tiny little habits, the steps that you do on a regular basis that really do lead to huge results and a massive payoff in the long run. So movement, getting your movement in on a regular basis. Then maybe just look at managing your stress. What is causing your stress? And I know you can't just suddenly stop your stressful, things that are happening to you in your life that are very stressful, but how do you manage it? How do you react to it? Maybe in the past you've always maybe used food as a bit of a crutch, a bit of an emotional crutch. So maybe be aware of that and thinking, okay, instead of when I experience this feeling, instead of going to the fridge and eating XYZ, I might go out for a walk, I might do something else that's just going to change your brain chemistry. So it's having a plan, it really is. So movement, if we can build in some movement, as much movement as we can during the day, whenever you're going about your daily life, can you do a little bit more? Can you do those old adages? Take the steps. Yeah, I use a stress bucket to explore what's next. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Rich. It really is. When you do feel stress, what is it? What's causing it? What can you do? It might be some simple breath. It might be some simple breath work. A really simple tool is anti-anxiety breathing. I'm sure you know that. I've taught it loads of times on Facebook, but just taking a minute to take a breath in for 4 counts and then hold your breath for 4 counts and then breathe out for 4 counts. And that can really just manage just that feeling, and your heart's racing. Yeah, so common, Marion, so many people, and you get into the habit. And I do believe very much that we became professional snackers during the lockdown, when we were all at home all the time and food was on tap all the time. We just constantly ate through the day. Well, many people did. Ate through the day, and it's quite a big habit. It's quite a hard habit to break, that is. You feel happy, you eat something, you have a drink. You feel sad, you eat something, you have a drink. You feel stressed, you eat something, you have a drink. And before you know it, you're having multiple snacks through the day. And as for menopausal women, that's not particularly healthy, because we want to really manage our blood sugar levels and not have these sort of insulin cortisol spikes that are going on through the day. So maybe just regulate your snacking a little bit. Again, you've heard me say this all the time. Close the kitchen when you've had your evening meal. Clear up, sit down, and don't go back into the kitchen. You don't need to eat again. If you've had a well-balanced evening meal, allow your body the time to digest it. Relax, take your time. You don't need to be going back in eating any longer, because when you do eat late at night, it disturbs your sleep. So if you're not sleeping particularly well because of perimenopausal symptoms, and then you are eating late at the night, your body's having to digest that food, so it's another disturbance. Your brain never really shuts down enough to give you that restful sleep. So as you're going through your day, it's just picking out the simple things. Oh, I've noticed I'm doing that. I'm doing a lot of stress eating. Oh, I'm eating late at night. Yes, I'm snacking a lot. Let's work on that habit for a couple of weeks. Just focus on that. So you might just choose 2 or 3 things. Let's choose exercise. So you guys know, who've been following me, these 15-minute exercise sessions have been so successful, because everyone can do 15 minutes. 15 minutes has been really popular, and then when you feel better, you feel fitter, you may do a bit longer. You might do 25 minutes, you might do 30 minutes, and just nail that into your routine. When is a good time for you to work out? Do you like working out in the morning? Do you like working out in the evening? Do you like working out in the afternoon? Pick a time that you can consistently do, and that's the time that you're going to work out for the next 5 days, and do it. And then hit that milestone, and just keep making little goals, small goals, incremental steps at a week at a time. Okay, I'm going to do my exercise. Tick, do that. Brilliant. Next one, I'm going to work on my snacking. Yep, I'm working on that. Great, work in progress. Next thing, I'm going to increase my water intake. Great, we do that for a week. And it's just stacking these habits one on top of the other. And then before you know it, 6 weeks has gone by and you're exercising every day, you've upped your water, you're closing your kitchen, and you've lost half a stone. And it wasn't that big, almighty change. You're just changing things nice and slowly. It's, yeah, that's the way to do it for sure. Marion, eating late in the evening, it does get the night sweats. Yeah, it makes a massive difference. Isn't it so simple? Whenever I put that on any social media channel, people go, oh, well, that's common sense. And it is common sense. And it is something that we all know, but we often just need it pointing out to us again. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. You're aware of it, you can make a change. So it's just the tiny little steps. And even if you just watch this every day and it gives you, it just is a little catalyst and you think, yeah, I can do that. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, this or that. It's the slow incremental changes that we're doing. Oh, fabulous. I'm glad it's helping. That's really positive. Yeah. But I think, you know, you've changed my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, sleep is a massive one as well. It's, if you are struggling with your sleep, it has such a knock-on effect on everything. If you don't sleep, you know, you feel moody the next day, you're tired, you've got crazy sugar cravings, you know, you've got your appetite's out of control. It changes your personality. It just has this massive cascade on all aspects of life. So that might be, you know, if I was working with you one-to-one as a client and I said to you, oh, how's your sleep? You say, my sleep's terrible. Well, there's no point me as a trainer then going, right, let's do a HIIT workout. Let's do, you know, let's really look at let's look at your calorie intake. So we need to address your sleep first. Let's look at that. Let's do everything we can to improve your sleep. And there is so much you can do. There's a lot of good habits that you can adopt to improve your sleep. Let's work on that for a month. There's no point a trainer or you joining a gym and doing all of this stuff if you're not sleeping and you're not getting adequate rest. That is like I'd say that's number one. That's the underpinning habit to work on. So it's just sort of stacking. Most people, okay, I want to lose weight, I'm menopausal, what do I need to do? Give me the meal plan. Well, actually, before you get the meal plan, and there's not ever going to be a meal plan, let's look at these lifestyle issues. And the same as everything, there's no quick fix. It's just slow. It's slow and consistent, and working through your symptoms, finding your solutions, working what works for you, what makes you feel vibrant and happy and positive and fit, and all of those things, and just again putting them into your everyday life. Oh, thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. I shall be back tomorrow at 7:10. I'm also next week going to do a midsection meltdown. That's been the most popular program that I've done over the last few months. It's just 7 days and it's working on your core and your posture. And it's for menopausal women, called Menofit. So if you'd like to join me for 7 days, it's only 15 minutes a day. That's it. 15 minutes a day. I'm going to really work on your core, your pelvic floor, your breath work, everything that's connected with your midsection. We'll be doing a little workout every single day. And then also I'll do some healthy tips as well to help you get back on track. So if you'd like to join, just put a comment and I'll set you up with a link. All right, guys, have a lovely evening. Enjoy your evening meal, close that kitchen, and I'll see you later.